Peace and blessings, everyone. I hope all is well. I'm back with another video. Today is the day that the Most High has made. We'll rejoice and be glad in it. Let's get it. Just gonna get straight into it. Did y'all hear about the lady who was mysteriously killed or died in Haiti on a voodoo trip? So this lady, Miss Dana Johnson, she was going on a Haitian voodoo retreat in Haiti. I believe the trips was supposed to be from July 1st to July 26th. And she ended up mysteriously dying. And her son is now coming out, going into the media, going to the news, trying to get answers, trying to get her body back. He was just giving a death certificate in Creole or in French. And look, a dog. Look, a doggy. You see the dog right there? Look. Turn around, look. Outside. Yeah, the black dog. So, and I'm going to be speaking on dogs in this video as well, so that's crazy. But she was trying to be a mambo, and she was going to Haiti to be initiated and in the craft of Haitian voodoo or Haitian voodoo, and she ended up mysteriously passing away. So her son, named Timothy Jackson, her name was Dana Jackson, she was 21 years old, and she was supposed to be turning 22 on September 13th, which is Black Friday, Friday the 13th. So it was a lot of connections when I looked into the story with a lineup for a possible sacrifice for her. However, I also wanted to give my own testimony because this almost happened to me. I mean, I wasn't dumb enough to go all the way to Haiti and get initiated, but being lured and being persuaded and tricked into Haitian voodoo did happen to me. So with this woman, she was from Charlotte, North Carolina, and she took a trip to Haiti, and it was on a retreat with a society of people, literally like their name means society, Naga or something like that, but it was a group of people following this mambo mode priestess that was guiding them through different ceremonies in Haiti. And I'm guessing, well, from the text messages, her son said that she said on July 13th or July 12th that they were going to go to the church. This is the last part of their ceremony, and if she doesn't hear from them, or she should hear from him on July 21st, she should text him July 21st, July 22nd. July 22nd came, he didn't hear nothing from her. He texted his mother, nothing. July 23rd, he texted her again, yo, for real, and then at that point, he became concerned. He then, later on, got a call from his grandmother who said, your mother won't be coming back from Haiti. He didn't understand what she was talking about. He hung up, tried to call his mother again, called her back, and his grandma was like, she's not coming back from Haiti, she is dead. They then shipped over the death certificate to them, saying that she died July 22nd at 6 a.m. in the morning. At that point, he wanted answers. He called up the mammo that was on the itinerary for the trip, and he asked her what was going on, what happened. They said that she became ill and sick and she didn't bring her medicine. He's like, what are you talking about? My mom wasn't sick and ill. She didn't have no medicine. If it was an issue, she would have went to the hospital. If it was asthma or anything else. He felt like they were misleading him, that they misled his mother and wasn't given the full truth. Her body, he did know and was told that her body was passed around 3 different places while in Haiti, that she wasn't treated right, as well as didn't have the best care while there. So questions and alarms started going off. He started reaching out to certain people. They're also reaching out to the U.S. Embassy to get her body back, because her body is not here, and he wants to have want to know what happened, to have some type of peace, some type of healing, as well as want her body back for the funeral processing. And he said that she wanted to be cremated and everything like that. So this has been going on. It has been in the news. I seen it on social media last night. I immediately became alarmed because of 3 things. I seen that she was in Charlotte, North Carolina, and I recently was releasing certain prophetic words on social media, telling people to be mindful of people in North Carolina, Charlotte, North Carolina, going missing, being kidnapped, trafficking for organ harvesting. and as well as her name being Dana, which I thought was significant, as well as her last name being Jackson. So if you know about my videos, I break down biblically and spiritually the meaning of certain names, of names of God, spiritually what things mean when they do ritual sacrifices, when they do stuff in the media, so ritual. So Jackson breaks down to Jack and son. Jack goes from Jacob, which talks about the 12 tribes of Jacob, and then the sons of Israel, Jacob's sons, which is the 12 tribe, as well as Messiah came from the tribe of David and the tribe of from David and the tribe of Judah. And so when it talks about Jack's son, it talks about that. That's why I have Michael Jackson, because also Michael means who is like God, and then the Jackson for Jacob's son. And they have a lot of rituals for people who pass away, targeting women of God with the last name Jackson for that reason, as well as Outkast songs, Sorry Miss Jackson, and calling her a bitch and everything like that, because a dog is a bitch, as well as dog in reverse is God. So then you have it to where her name is Dana. I looked up the meaning of Dana. It means wise, it means offering, it means God is my judge, as well as it's another name for Diana, which is Queen of Heaven Diana, as well as her son's name Timothy. There is a book of Timothy in the Bible, as well as in the Bible they also have Paul, who I believe is an antichrist spirit, but still was used for certain things in the Bible as an extra apostle. But he also wrote about how he was telling the people to stop praying to Diana. In the Bible, he tells them to stop praying to Diana because there was this one person, Demetrius, who was building statues for Diana, and a lot of the people who were listening to his sermons and his sermons and his prayers and his teachings, they would leave and they would go over to Demetrius and try to get a statue, or go and worship that statue of Diana, which is idolatry, because you shouldn't be worshiping any statues of anything. However, Diana was another name for the Queen of Heaven, so that's how they wanted to honor her and respect her in that way. Just men always trying to materialize certain things and create different stumbling blocks for themselves. And so all that was in connection, as well as her being an older woman. She also had a blonde hair, which was shaved, which is when they go into the initiations, they actually have to cut their hair, because their hair can be used as an offering, and then they get a head, which is a spiritual father or mother who is above them, which is connected to a spirit. And so and as well, blonde is also meaning MK Ultra, sex canon, kind of mind control and stuff like that. So as well as it can be connections, leprosy in the Bible. So, and then she was an older woman from Charlotte. The Charlotte, because Christ came from Charis, which means anointed mummy. The car in there has been translated with a C. It used to be a K, but it's translated to a C. So they use Charlotte as well as Carolina for that. So it's different blasphemous rituals and demonic spirits who drive certain people. So when I went ahead and I asked Holy Spirit, and I was going to figure out what exactly happened, because we don't get a lot of answers in these different cases, as well as they still don't have her body. An autopsy has not been done. We don't have that many answers in what happened in Haiti. And Haiti right now is going through a really tough period, because we know before they were able to fight off the oppressors, they were able to kill the slave owners and everything like that, because they used their Haitian voodoo, summoned a couple spirits, had the strength of their ancestors, had the strength of their gods to go against them. However, now they colonization, I believe, taking the resources, just like in Africa, a certain demographic of people, the government, white people, Gentiles, and other people, China and everybody who has gone into Haiti, into Africa, to take certain resources out of the land, go and strip the lead, the coal, the gold, the electronics, and everything else, as well as putting them into servitude, into different warehouses to build certain things, to create certain things, and then also doing sacrifices. And a lot of the children have been going missing. A lot of people have ended up dead, as well as the gangs have taken over Port-au-Prince. I don't know if I'm saying that right, excuse me. or the capital of Haiti, different gangs have taken over, and these gangs are being protected by certain spirits and deities. So that's why they haven't been able to take down. And then they keep supplying them with guns, and they're like, okay, where the guns coming from? The guns are coming from the government. They're providing them with guns and with materials to definitely do a takeover, an economic takeover of that land in Haiti. And so you have a lot of people in the Democratic Party who have gone over into Haiti and have done atrocities and evil things, and a lot of things that haven't been answered for, just because mostly in Haiti, most of them are into voodoo. The other half is either Catholic or Muslim. Okay, some of them not worshiping the true God, not knowing the truth, not having a balance, doing things because of the circumstances that they're in, as well as just tradition and things like that. And so, you know, it's been warned for us not to go to Haiti for certain reasons because of the dangers that's going on in that area. However, some people, you know, they have a higher power or a higher calling, and they want to go ahead and they want to do what they do. So she went, so that's why a lot of people are saying, like, why would she even go there? But she wanted to be a mumbo. She wanted to go through the spiritual initiation. She wanted to go through the spiritual upgrade, and she wanted to connect to. And she was sold a dream that she could go and do that with these amount of people. So that's why she did it. And then when she wanted to go ahead and go into the different stages of it, because I do know, if you watch one of my videos where this woman actually speaks on her testimony of going to Haiti. She said she was very sick. She had a Haitian husband. She was very sick. Yes, it's a dog. And they ended up going to Haiti thinking she could get cured. They went through a certain number of rituals. One of the rituals was she had to lay in a casket as they spoke over her, did incantations, summoned things, and all this other stuff, and act dead. And then at that point, she even had to stand in a graveyard naked on a tombstone and allow all the demonic spirits and all other spirits to enter into her being, and they were going to heal her from the inside out. And then she said they also was going to church, and because a lot of people don't think that the church is connected, but they are highly connected, especially with some of the saints that they worship as deities. A lot of the deities are connected to certain saints, like even a deity over the crossroads Eshu in African, Papa Legba in Haitian voodoo. A lot of people have comparison and connect them with Archangel Michael, as well as some people Jesus, because of the ESU that is in Jesus, as well as the connection with the crossroad intersection, as well as Jesus being on the cross, and also the one that is the key opener between the life and the death, opening a portal to go to a next version in your life, as well as passing over from the land of the living to the land of the dead. Okay, so this isn't a part of the devil. This is different other aspects, spiritual components. And so she ended up going over there, and I wanted to know exactly what happened, and because we don't have any answers. So when I asked Holy Spirit, I had got that they had lured her there because she probably was going through some type of health concerns, or she also just was interested in it. She probably had connections or came across certain people who were doing it. Most likely it was online, because I did find the YouTube of the people who advertised the retreat and who she was with. I will put that in the video. So at that point, it was probably amazing seeing the different miracles and wonders that they were doing, which some people do use Haitian voodoo to heal. Other people use it to attack their enemies or for protection. And then she, at that point, she was lured there. She was intrigued. She ended up going. While she was there, I feel like they were watching her like a hawk, because I got monitoring spirits. She was also being followed, being watched, as well as they probably had some prejudice towards her, because a lot of people in these other cultures, they have like a high judgment towards outsiders. Like, it's kind of a closed practice. So if you do participate, you either have to be highly favored, or you have to, you know, have a higher calling, or they might have to come to you and the ancestors say, yes, this one, I had chosen this one. So when other people, it's kind of like, oh, like, why you're here, you know, with different, you know, thoughts and stuff like that. And so, you know, they might have thought of her as a bitch or someone who was not supposed to be involved, but probably opened her with open arms because she wanted to learn the craft. And so while she was there, I also believe that they had poisoned her. I believe that she had ate something that was might have given her an allergic reaction. I also believe they put hoodoo roots on her to cause her to have a heart attack that causing of death. Okay, they said that she had some health issues. She was having some issues. She even had seizures as well as heart problems. And then they said something with a brain aneurysm, and that was the cause of death. So I believe that all along when she was eating in certain places with them, I don't believe the food was prayed over. I do believe that there was some things put in the food as well as roots put on her with hoodoo to get her into different scare tactics, and then opened herself up to different demonic attacks. That was all that energy and that pressure took over the heart space, and then the body started to defunction and go down. When I seen her in my mind's eye, I kind of seen her laying down on the floor by a body of water, kind of having stomach pains, some issues with her health, as well as asking for help, asking for water, as well as just kind of confused and not knowing what exactly is going on and how to take off. She probably wanted to go there also to initiate herself, as well as get off certain curses that other people have put on her in the States, as well as an illusion spell was put over her to make a glamour spell to make her think like this was what was going to help her, this is what will solve her, this will get her to her next destiny, her next purpose. And then also the food that she was eating was she probably was having months and years of eating in dreams. Whenever it's eaten in dreams, someone is putting a root, a curse on you to get you to eat and accept and manifest whatever spell, curse that they're putting in that food. So she probably had histories of that, as well as they said that she didn't bring her medication, and her son didn't know any health concerns. So she probably, what I got was that she was once a woman of God and she would go to church faithfully. However, because of things, fallouts with family, fallouts in the church, as well as health concerns, she started to lead more toward Haitian voodoo and get certain remedies, healings, and rituals to resolve that issue. And so I feel like the reason why her body was moved 3 times is because they actually needed her for a sacrifice. I feel like her family kind of knew what was going on. I feel like it was a strange relationship between her and her mother, because why would her mother just say, your mother is not coming back from Haiti, and that's it? Like, there was no kind of love in it, no concern in it, you know, no real emotions in it, as well as other societies probably pulled her number and her name and was like, this will be a perfect sacrifice. We need her organs, and we also want to utilize her for other sexual endeavors, because I was getting a lot of sexual lustful energy involved in it as well, but mostly for organ. As well as on the 12th and the 13th, she said how she was going to one house to go to the river and the ocean and do certain rituals, offerings to the ocean deity or the river deity in Haiti. And so the water spirits, and then her being by the water, which I seen her by a pool of water, those two were connected. I don't know if they gave her as an offering to the water spirits, because when you go through initiations in these certain traditions, you have to have a offering or sacrifice that is greater than your soul. If it is not greater, and then they will take your soul in replacement of that. You go through certain tests of the soul as well to see if you can withstand to become a priestess, withstand to become a mumble. Can you go through the fire and not be burned? And can you take on a whole lot of spirits and master those spirits within your body, within your mind? And if one cannot take it, then they may end up having heart attacks, seizures, stroke. They even said she had some strokes. And you know, it's just some things just not compatible. As well as if you're a child of God and these spirits know that, and they know that you had a calling on your life way before, then you're definitely going to be attacked and targeted and used as a ritual sacrifice. as a humiliation ritual. And so the other people, they seek out certain people who are gifted, who are chosen, and they seek them out, kind of lure them in spiritually by showing them something that they desire. And then once they get them in their clutches, then they flip the script on them and use them for their own advancement spiritually, mentally, physically, and financially, and to appease their deities and their gods. Okay, a lot of people do this in the industry, also in the spiritual community, and it's never really talked about. And you know, we're not supposed to have prejudice or judge other people's religions and practices and stuff like that, but it is something that goes on. Some people don't be all bad, and they don't do it for all bad. They're not evil, conniving, self-perseverance, and for financial and for power greed, but some people are. And this had happened to me. Not to take away from what Miss Dana Jackson went through, I pray that her son can get healing. I pray that that body comes back to America so that she can be able to get the proper burial and funeral and ascension that she needs over to the other side. However, this does happen to a lot of people, and people who are ignorant and not aware and don't know that some of these people are sheep's and wolf's clothing, and it looks good on the outside, but on the inside it's pure evil, it's pure darkness. And this was this case with this woman. And if she consulted with God before she went, if she consulted with the Most High, with her ancestors, with her angels, with her spirit guides, they would have told her this is not the best decision to go. And then some people, they have a lifespan to where that they only have a contract of being on the earth for as many amount of years they agreed to, or that God gave them before they came. And so, but she would have known with intuition, if she wasn't under the illusion, the glamour spell, under the Haitian voodoo spell as well, the zombie spell that I speak of a lot in my dreams, to where someone is being controlled spiritually by another person, another deity, and they're doing a certain sacrifices, just gets chips a little bit out of your soul. And so you're not making decisions clearly by yourself. You're going off what you think is best for you, that person thinks is best for you. And so I'm just praying for a good outcome, that the U.S. Embassy is able to get in contact. We're able to know exactly what happened. Where's her body right now? I'm hoping and praying that she was not thrown in the ocean, because I'm not going to lie, I literally seen her by a body of water, in water, and just a lot of stuff with water. And these water spirits are on the rise right now. The marine kingdom are on the rise right now, because they know this is a perfect time to attack, as well as just other things. I'm going to make a whole nother video about the water spirits. But I'm just, you know, praying for a good outcome. And I feel like she was a good spirit. She was a powerful woman in the spirit. However, this just wasn't her destiny. She was not supposed to be anointed and guided to go over there. She was not called by God or the angels and the ancestors to go over there and do that. She was supposed to be in a whole nother avenue. She probably got help and assistance from Haitian voodoo before, and was memorized by it and wanted to be that, because I wanted to be a mumbo at one point when I was just getting into spirituality. Or actually, I was been in spirituality, but when I was getting into the realm of the underworld, the realm of the dead, the realm of the ancestors, the spirit guides, and the spirits, I thought I had a calling as well. And so it's these illusions, delusions, and these different hexes, curses, and spells that's put over some of our people. Especially, she was a Hebrew woman, and so the blood lust of other different deities and cultures, and the devil himself, that gets off Hebrew women, American, Aboriginal, Native American women who are in the South, who are powerful, who have an anointing, who are connected with the angels and the ancestors. They can feed off that for a very long time, and they ask for that, they want that, they need that. And so I feel like that's why her body was bounced off from place to place. And I am so sure that they took her organs. And so I believe when he gets them back, if she does come back, if she is not in the water, some organs might be gone, some damage might be done towards the body. You can see a distress within the body when they do that autopsy, because of the different sicknesses that she might have been going through. The spirits that can be launched into somebody's body could be an infirmity spirit, could be a sickness spirit, could be their body can even like move, like your body can be moving. I used to get that a lot, my body literally moving something under my skin, making my body move, and other things, sharp pains all over the body. I thank God that he took that thorn out of me, where I could, because I was asking for years, please let the sharp pains go away. It's like 1,000 knives just chopping you all over the body. And I was feeling that for 2 years after I had already repented. I already went to church, because honestly, the Bible, Christianity, Hebrewism, that's the only thing that can fight against Haitian voodoo. I'm gonna be honest with you, because that's why they're indoctrinated now. That's the only way they could control them, the colonizers and everybody. It's the only way, by going over there and suppressing them with Christianity. But that's the only thing that can go, and the Most High God is the only thing that can go against Haitian voodoo. If not, then it is unstoppable. It is crazy. But for years, I was getting sharp pains, body movements, dislocations of, well, I wasn't getting dislocations of my bones, but that can happen. Nightmares, terrible nightmares, hellhounds chasing me in dreams, and just seeing the people who was involved in it in my dreams, trying to destiny swap them. And I called them out, as well as I seen them in dreams, and just God just revealing me what was going on, and how I needed to go to Florida to get prayed over. But even that woman that I went to, she was very envious of me. I don't know if she put her hands on me and seen like the calling of my life or what God had for me, but she was just like really nasty towards me. One of the big name prophetess, and in the Bahamas. And then after that, just prayer and fasting to get that off of me. And as well as prayer and fasting actually really helped a lot. Like, I'm talking in sackcloth, praying and fasting, praise and worship, as well as just getting my own power back, calling my soul back to me, calling my spirit back to me. That's why a lot of people now, they can't understand, like, what was the switch up? Like, how was, like, back then, 2020, I'm all fully spiritual. Then I'm telling everybody it's demonic. I'm like, this is what the fallen angels do. Don't do it. Don't participate in it. I literally had to battle the devil, crawled my way out of hell, spiritually and physically, to get to where I am right now, going to church, then going into the Hebrew Israelites cult, and the coming out of the Muslim cult that I was born in, still having mindset of that, and then coming into the truth of the Hebrew Israelites, and then coming into the truth of the Most High, the God, and things that happens in the spiritual realm and everything like that. Now I'm back balanced with spirit as well as with God, with the Most High, because I done got my soul back. I'm no longer under the illusion, the voodoo roots that was put on me, and then the Christianity gospel spell that was put on me. I wanted to tell my whole testimony of being tricked into going to the crossroads, right? So 2020, I believe 2020 or 2021, I seen this woman called the Voodoo Diva on YouTube, and she was talking about this white lady who had passed away. A lot of people saying Papa Legba took her soul and killed her because she died mysteriously in her house, and she was a white wicked witch. And she was like, this isn't Papa Legba, this is Baron Sunday, which is another deity over the crossroads, over the hell realm and all the underground type of stuff. But this person is more ghostly, blue and black. Papa Legba's more of like a protector, a guider, gatekeeper through certain portals, as well as has a cane and is connected with different, fatherly, grandfatherly kind of protection and love. And so they was like, this isn't Papa Legba, this is Baron Sunday. She went and tried to do some ritual against a melanated woman and take her out. And when she summoned this deity, instead of doing that, what she asked for them to do, he took her soul. Because they do give you an offer, and it's very dangerous to summon these deities, because, like, who are you to try to summon this powerful deity, this powerful spirit, and just ask for mediocre things, and so and then try to cause an injustice. So yeah, they do take certain people's souls, as well as they do give offerings. However, at this point, she was also doing other videos about Papa Legba and stuff like that, Papa Legba, and I was getting called by Papa Legba. So, and I even before them, I was going into different ancestry kind of veneration, and so I thought that was one of my spirit guides. And so when I reached out to her, I started watching all her videos. I'm like, she is super accurate, just love her energy, absolutely. So I was like, let me go ahead and try to get a reading from her. So I had got a reading from her, and we had a conversation. She called me, and we were just talking about life purpose, talking about the spirits that was around me, what I need to do to further in Haitian voodoo, and things that I need to do, and things like that, my past lives, names, and everything. And it was pretty good. It was a good reading. And so I'm like, okay, cool. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna keep following her. I'm gonna, watch videos, whatever she recommends, I might do it. So then months later, things start going a little off in my house. And a little off in my house, a little off in my family. So we already, my husband's family already was facing eviction. They already faced that. I was starting to have financial constraints, and my house was in jeopardy. My house was in jeopardy. I didn't know if I was going to have my house. They wanted to sell my house, and then they also wanted to take it from us, and then certain other attacks that I was dealing with, and just financial issues. So I watched this one video who was saying if you go to the crossroads, then you can get some financial assistance from Papa Legba with 16 pennies. So I was like, okay, cool, I'm gonna do that. I don't know what they would ask of me. When they say when you go to the crossroads and you meet the devil and you lose yourself, that is not true. That is superstition. That is a total lie. Something does happen spiritually. Physically, nothing happens. When I went, I know, because I ended up going 2 times before I even met the lady. And only thing that increased was my spiritual power, my discernment, my dreams. I did see certain deities within my dreams, and not necessarily the devil at that time. But we know things happen all the ways in the background. So she was saying, oh, on Easter, the Catholic Church is trying to release a great evil over the world, and we need to go to the crossroads, and we need to do this ritual to close the gates and stop whatever they're doing. So I was like, okay, that sounds good, because I know what the Catholic Church be doing, and I'm in total agreement that they were trying to release certain things on Easter, which is about Ishtar, and so in my connections with that deity. So I was like, I'm definitely going. Then I went down there, and I even was thinking about being a mumbo, and I told this man, he was like, what are you doing? And I'm like, oh, I'm just about to do some spiritual practices. And he was like, I was like, yeah, I'm trying to be a mumbo. And he was like, what's that? And I'm just like, a spiritual person who is kind of like over certain, spiritual practices and stuff like that. And he's okay, you got a beautiful soul. And so at that point, I'm not thinking, maybe this isn't a good idea. I'm just like, let me go ahead and do this. Confirmation. He said I had a beautiful soul. Not thinking, oh, the spirits is looking at you. They want your soul. Their ancestors is going against my ancestors. That's what I've been dealing with so much. At this point, I'm not even doing rituals on my own. I'm giving her money, $70 every month, so that she can do some rituals. She had a temple connected in Haiti and Haiti, where they will give a service with a candle, and they give food to appease the certain spirits, and alcohol and spirits and stuff like that. And sometimes they would do a sacrifice with an animal. I didn't want any no parts in the animal, but stuff got so bad in my life. I'm like, okay, these attacks are bad. I'm going to this Reiki lady who's putting hands on me. I'm thinking she's healing me. She's stealing my power, harming my heart, getting in my mind and my dreams. I got this twin flame dude who's attacking me left and right because he wants me to be his wife, and found out I'm the goddess that I was in a past life and stuff like that. So I was like, okay, I'll go ahead and pay this $70 for you to do this ritual. Okay, so they sent me the pictures of the rooster that they went ahead and sacrificed the service of my name with all the other names, because it was like in a Facebook group of people as well as in on YouTube. And so I was all involved with them, and then the candles and the service and everything. And so I'm like, okay, cool. At this point, I trust her. Her judgment, I think she can, I can go down to this crossroads and do this ritual with everybody. It was like a ritual with everybody. So I was doing it. I got home. Well, before that, because I was already doing protection stuff, I felt a tug on my soul. And right on my heart. And I was about to go to sleep. I felt the tug. I woke back up. I felt Satan's hand on my arm. And it was like a hot, stinging, firing hand. Twin flame dude texted me like, Satan almost has you. And I'm like, no, actually, I'm fighting him off with my protection. I had these candles, thinking these candles were going to protect me, and a circle. He's like, oh, okay. Thinking that because he tried to make it seem like I need to be with him, like he was protecting me. So, but I'm like, no, I got this on my own. But yeah, I did not have it. But then the second time, yeah, this was the second time. The third tug on my soul was in Las Vegas against all them witches and warlocks. The second time, so after I come back from doing the ritual at the crossroads on Easter, I started drinking the Haitian rum. I started getting lit. I was smoking. I had the big cigars, everything, playing a part, having a good time. I started getting fearful out of nowhere. And I just was like, my heart started pumping really hard, really fast. And I started getting scared, like paranoia. I'm thinking, oh, it's the weed. Then I felt the third tug on my soul. It hurt so bad. Like, it was just like, it felt like it was trying to rip out of my chest, or something inside of me was trying to rip it from the back. And I was about to die, and I woke up again. And then at that point, I was concerned. I was scared for my life. I felt like when they do the graveyard rituals on you, they put your picture and name in the dirt, and then in the dirt, you know the bugs crawl all over you. You feel the crawling all in your skin. So I felt unclean. I felt attacked. I felt the sharp pains like super knives all over my body. I was scared for my life, frantic. Like, if you look into my eyes, I was taking pictures. My eyes were flickering. Like, my eyes were flickering. There was light going in and out of my eyes. And I was out of my mind. You know, really discoherent, not knowing what's going on. And so at that point, I'm like, fudge all this spirituality stuff. Like, I'm about to just get right with God at this point. So I just started praying more. And I started praying more. And then I was like, I'm going to figure out who all sent these attacks. Because at first I thought it was the Ifa priestess. Then I thought it was the twin flame person who said he was the devil. And then at that point, after the crossroad things, I'm like, these people offered up my soul. And I'm like, was they attacking me the whole time? And I'm thinking, yes, because the first time I asked her to do a ritual, and it was for starting the new year of 2021, I lost my car. I still haven't had a car since. I had got in a car accident, and I know it was a ritual for Papa Legba. I know that deity in Eshu resides over traffic, over the roads, train tracks, stuff like that. So, got in a car accident and lost my car. And I'm thinking, if I just paid this money for this ritual for blessings over the new year, why did I start the new year without a car? So I started looking at her sideways. So I'm thinking, I'm gonna go ahead and confront her and ask her what happened. So I paid $100 because I wanted to go ahead, and at this point I feel like she was already started destiny swapping. I felt like I was pregnant whole time she was pregnant. And so, because like it's a spiritual link and connection that you have with certain people when they attack you. And so the whole time I'm feeling like I'm pregnant, whatever. I'm thinking, oh, I'm pregnant. Then she comes out and having the baby. And then I'm thinking, did she take my child? Because you can take certain spirits. You can take their child. You can take their destiny. I had a dream where I seen the dude who was my twin flame actually throw one of my daughters off a balcony. I think that was a past life I had with him. But then, so she was closed for readings because she was pregnant. So I had to pay $100 for a consultation. So I get on the consultation with her, and I'm like, oh, I found out who was attacking them. It was the Egyptianologist who said he was my twin flame, as well as the Ifa African priestess. And she's sitting there like, see, yeah, they always involved in stuff. And it's crazy because when I was actually going to Reiki with the Ifa African priest, I told them about Voodoo Diva, and they was like, oh my God. And I'm like, what? And I was like, a lot of people have came to us and to take off whatever she put on them. And I'm like, what? I'm like, well, I never had no bad experiences with her for real. When I left the house that day, they all was laughing. And I'm like, what was they laughing about? And, you know, they was laughing at me because, you know, inside joke, we're all teaming up against her to take her down and kill her. And she just like, oh yeah, she's like, it's crazy because right now I'm looking at twins, because I knew that I was supposed to have twins, but they see 2 twins in Haitian voodoo and whatever, who were one of my guides. And so she just was, she didn't really even tell me no information for real. And I'm thinking, I just paid $100, and I'm thinking if I like confront her and say all these things, that I will see like on her face, her admit to what she's been doing. She didn't admit to nothing. I recorded the whole conversation on my computer. I no longer have that computer anymore, but I have screenshots and pictures, even in my testimony, of New Age to, because this is the reason there wasn't no other issues until I connected with these people in this community, in the spiritual community, and the Ifa community, the priestess, and then like people like, we're all supposed to be elevating, growing, but then you're sending darts, daggers, attacks, want to puff up your chest thinking how spiritual you can be. And then the Haitian voodoo and just other people that I encountered, that's when stuff started going left. And so yeah, all that happened. That's what made me turn away from doing any kind of spirituality that they thought was New Age, which is actually not New Age, because this stuff was going on generations, centuries, even before Abraham. He left that and started Hebrewism. That's what made me stop doing that type of stuff. And so at that point, I just, you know, stayed on a narrow path, like I said, praying and fasting, seeking God's face, trying to get healed, trying to get protection. And that's how I know, like, it was other people influence that caused me to, they went and asked for my soul. And because when I went to the crossroads the first 2 times before I went that time, nothing happened. Literally, the only thing that I seen was a dog, a puppy at that. And then the second time, it was raining really bad. I was seeing angel numbers everywhere. So I'm thinking, oh, this is the right thing for me to do. I seen crows, 3 crows and stuff. And then afterwards, I would have great dreams and stuff like that. I did see me controlling a dream where I ran up a hill and I had seen somebody in red pants who I thought was Eshu or Papa Legba, and he had a stack of money. And he was turned around, he was going to give me this money. Come back. He was going to give me this money. But when he turned around, because these spirits, they know who we are, and some of them masquerade as certain other spirits. And he was smiling and laughing, and I'm just like, oh my God, I finally seen you, da 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 da, this and that. And he was just looking, he was like, because they was like, they recognize you in the spirit, and they know who we are, especially children of God, or if you was a god or goddess in your past life, they know who you are. And so it's like interesting, like, you coming to me for help, you're right. So at that point, he shape shifted and changed into a different being. I don't remember what happened, because my angels snatched me out of that dream, and I was guarded by both of them on both sides. And then they were taking me to some safe, and I had to take out money, because it's like a spiritual currency that you have to give when you give up certain things. You have to give up certain energies, monies and stuff, and answer to certain things, judgments in the spiritual realm. And so that's what I seen. And then afterwards, that deity had a cane and came to the priest, the Ifa priestess, who was messing with my mind, my head, my heart on the Reiki table, trying to transfer, get my power. I was fighting her off the whole time and didn't even know it. And people was warning me, the twin flame was telling me it was someone close to me who was dealing with my heart and my mind. I'm stupid, not knowing what was going on. Habalekba deity walked through her house with a cane and was like, leave my child alone. And that's why a lot of people resonated with Messiah figure. But he was like, leave my child alone and release everything that you've taken from her. So I ended up, and so the priestess and then the person who brought me to that priestess was just standing there dumbfounded. And I ended up leaving the house with all my shoes, which talks about like foundation, because she was also on my feet. Like when I was laying down on the Reiki bed, she was touching my head. She said, oh, I worked extra on your heart, and then on the feet as well. And they were telling me certain things about myself and healing blessings and all that other stuff. And then there was other times I seen that deity, and I was at a train and I was stuck to a chair, and it was like giving me this crystal ring that shined, and it was like, you got a lot of spirit. And I feel like nothing happens until you accept the offer that they give. And then some of them just guide you. Some of them are spirit guides. Some of them are angels. Some of them are ancestors. I was also, and then you go through tests. A lot of people think that spirit is a tricker spirit, but really you go through tests and trials to see if you're even worthy for the spiritual power that you get, or the knowledge, spiritual knowledge that you get, or doing work for other people and stuff like that. And so I was still kind of taunted way after. When I started to get into Christianity and stuff, it got worse. The nightmares, the taunting, being followed and chased, having people going to the crossroads daily. Someone literally just went to the crossroads 2 weeks ago. Someone literally went to the crossroads 2 weeks ago, calling my spiritual name, calling Papa Lekba, not knowing that that deity rocks with me and knows me. So, and the Most High God's not gonna allow that. So it's like they went there and offered up their own soul. But this is what people were doing. Sacrifices, blood sacrifices, lust, organ harvesting, and different things like that. And I was so drawn to this case because I'm like, that could have happened to me. And I feel for her family. I feel for her soul. And so now she has to go through the same torment that she went through when she was dying. When people die, the hell that they go to is their own personal hell. So it'd be the same events happening over and over again. Their worst fears, nightmares, and the demonic spirits just terrorizing them, unless they are called by God, unless they heal it, the energy is transmuted, or they get their white robe and go into resting. And so, yeah, that's just a lot that goes on. I had to get that out. I had to speak about it. I'm probably going to go into it more spiritually for those who want to know spiritually details what happened. I just had to come over here, give the political facts, give my own testimony of it, as well as express what was going on and what has happened. So I send my love, I send my healing energy. I pray that you and yours is protected and directed, and put light to the darkness and bow to the light. Shalom and peace.